The American League playoff teams are finally all set. I'll give you a preview of Friday's wild card game and the rest of the American League playoff picture. Hey everybody, it's Paulie. Welcome back to This Week in Red, where we're talking all things Red Sox and Major League Baseball. So it came down to the final day of the season in the American League for us to find out where these teams would be seated on the American League side of the playoffs. And a shocking development, the Texas Rangers are going to end up hosting the wild card game, the one-game elimination sudden death game on Friday against Baltimore by virtue of the fact that the Oakland A's overcame a 13-game deficit at one point during the season. They swept the Rangers in 3 straight in Oakland the last 3 days of the season, overtook the Rangers on the last day of the season to win the American League West. What a story the A's are. As good as the Orioles have played this year, the A's are even better story. The way they overtook the Rangers at the last minute with that young pitching staff and that young lineup. The A's are the talk of the playoffs right now, along with the Washington Nationals over in the National League. And if you're the Rangers, you've got to be bitterly disappointed. They were in first place every day of the season by themselves from April 9th until the last couple of days of the season before the A's were able to overtake them. Whoever wins that game will take on the Yankees, the #1 seed in the American League, that managed to hang on for dear life in the American League East. So whether they play Texas or the Orioles, it's going to come down to the fact that the Yankees will succeed as far as their pitching takes them beyond CC Sabathia. So that's going to be an interesting series once that 5-gamer starts up. The other series will be the Tigers against Oakland. That should be a pitching-rich series. The Tigers have great pitching in their own right. The A's, as we mentioned, have very young pitching, very exciting team to watch, very young team. That's going to be an outstanding series. Who knows? It probably could go 5 games. We'll see what happens. But that Rangers-Orioles game, that one-game sudden death elimination game, you got to like the Orioles in that game. Rangers have not played well down the stretch. They really haven't played well in over a month. And you got to figure that even though the Orioles didn't play all that well against the Rays the last couple games of the season, that the Orioles playing better right now will find a way to go to Texas and win that game and then move on to a 5-game series with the Yankees. But for you guys out there, your thoughts on the American League playoff picture and the way the seeds ended up coming out in the American League. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and tell all your friends about This Week in Red.